All right. So I just updated, which means I can go to link play, and let's get our ranked battle rewards first. It's just the end of the season. I only got to rank J, so not a ton of rewards. I should have grinded a little bit extra, but you know. Shine bright like a gemstone. I like how it doesn't tell me what the conditions are. Is it on the map? Am I missing it? Sewers, Rust Syndicate, Stone Emporium, sewers. Why am I not sure where to go here? Is that a Looker Bureau? Maybe it involves the Looker Bureau? Well, sometimes you guess right, but I would assume that the quest giver would be in fact Emma, and not Mimi. What powers do you telepathically pick up on thoughts and feelings and transmit them to another person? Yeah, using mind powers really tires out my Pokemon, so I've asked it not to. But sometimes, it just can't help itself. It's just gotta let those mind juices flow. Well, there goes my Pokemon into the wind. EX1? Maybe there's gonna be more? Hello? I guess. Wonder what's going on over here. We should return to having most of the actual. Where even is most of the actual team at this point? I need to sort my boxes at some point so I can remember where everything is. So here's where we caught Xerneas and Yveltal. Is it further in the boxes? Might be, yeah. Shiny Alpha Squirtle. Use Zygarde, Blastoise, Floette. There's Gurgle at least. Gurgle can take over for Talonflame. Which lets me know that this is the level 100 Talonflame. For the most part, I think this is correct for the squad. A mention of Looker. He's maybe not dead in a bush somewhere. Been a while since we've seen him. Like, he's where's he at, you know? Eventually, he had to go off and solve more cases elsewhere far away. Maybe if you evolved your Pokemon, it would have more ability to use its psychic powers without sort of tiring itself out every time. You know, have you thought about that? There's you just want the croissant. We've gone 200 meters. Why are we tired after this? There you go. Just Naruto ran away. Well, you know, if you're gonna run up in that direction, why not go this way? It should be. I guess maybe you hit the outer ring easier.
I have arrived.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm currently doing the new side quest that they put in as an event.
I will watch you because I don't know if I'll get to the event. Unless the event isn't going away. It's just fancy that it's here right now.
I have no idea what the dates are on the event, but you should download the event because it's like the way Pokemon events work is you get an item and usually that lets you get to it whenever you can get to it. Also, as far as I know, you don't need online to actually access it. I'm excited for the DLC and harvesting all of the berries to make the donuts for the new roguelike game mode they're making. It's gonna be interesting.
It's only a matter of time until Rogue came to everything we love. Alright, how do I restart the software?
You go to the main menu and then click X to close it, I think.
It is updating.
Yeah. 'Cause we've got the first update, which is competitive is now 100% Xerneas all the time. They put legendaries in, and apparently it has become sort of a
Troop man with cannon.
absolute clusterfuck.
Is that the thing?
No, that's the
Oh,
DLC.
I'm not making a purchase. How do I get this thing?
You go into the game, and then you go to link play, and then mystery gift,
How do
and
I
get
do
from
that?
internet. It's in the menus.
All right. So I hit the plus.
It might be the X menu. I'm not sure.
All right. X is camera.
X is camera.
Yeah.
X is menu in the other Pokemon games. It might be Y then.
Oh, you meant X. Sorry. I that was autism brain. Um, I immediately, because I hit the plus. You said X, and then I was like, he's obviously talking about the minus. All right, X. All right.
Yeah.
Link play. Got it.
Yeah. And then from there you should.
Mystery gift, right?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, dude.
All right.
That's
and
one
then
weird looking car bank.
get via internet. Yes. By the way, I cannot believe you haven't mystery gifted me something yet. This is unacceptable.
What do you mean? That's not how mystery gift works.
I'm getting a Ralts. That's so.
No,
it
you
was,
can get a free Ralts as well.
Shine bright like a gemstone. Is that the thing? The event you were talking about?
Yep.
Have I already missed other events?
Nope. Easy money. Not a fear in my heart that I would fuck up this.
What was the trading where you would just yeet people, like random people?
Oh, that's Wonder Trade.
Oh, is Wonder Trade not in this?
Nah, I don't think there is.
Because every now and then that's how you would like sit there for like 2 hours hoping to get Pokerus.
Well, even then, you're pretty much guaranteed it now, given how many people use it for just sending hacked nonsense.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm not talking about hack nonsense. I'm a respectable trainer.
Yeah, but you would get the Pokerus from the hacked nonsense.
Oh, that's true. Oh, are the shinies the proper shinies with square shinies being actually rare now?
I don't think any game has brought back multiple shiny patterns.
But you can't unsquare the shiny.
The Wonder Trade was still going on in Gen 9. Unless they've killed it super recently. It's just that it is 90% used by people who have websites.
Oh my gosh, how did I already forget how to take your Pokeball or your Pokemon out while you're running around? Why am I such a bad trainer? There you go. Leafage. Yes.
Oh yeah, we got 10,000. Oh, Pokerus. Yeah, yeah, they did, didn't they? It's about time, because like, what's the point?
To feel cool.
Yeah, but they've given us different ways to feel cool.
Like joining a fan club. Oh hey, I'm also dealing with Tawny and Minnie. Minnie's my favorite. There's no light behind those eyes.
Yeah, espers generally don't. I don't think they have a soul. I just realized from watching a video earlier that I need to check around these buildings. I could have found a shiny because I shiny hunted the phalanxes in there, and there's a chance that because of this gap here and this gap here, if I can get up there and drop in. But they might not have been spawned in when I was doing that shiny hunt, because apparently you have to like visit it first. I would love the camera to be a little more zoomed out and not fully up my fucking ass. Yeah. The way all supplements should be taken. Entire bottles at a time.
We should have gotten an Esper Mega.
Well, they would be Meowstic, right?
No, they should have gone and given us a middle stage or the first stage Mega because of all they have done for Pikachu. It would have been funnier that way.
I kind of hope they do, just in the way that
Emma?
it would not specifically Esper, but just opening up the possibility of megas for non-fully evolved, because a lot of people are like, oh well, now Chimecha will never get a full evolution. It's like, yeah, because the rules as they're stated right now say that Pokemon only, you know, who are fully evolved can Mega. But who says the rules 10 years from now say that? Like, yeah, it'll make AZ's Floette less special. How the fuck do I get on this building? I've completely forgotten how to navigate to this building right here. I guess...
I'm running around doing side missions.
Okay, if I go up here, there's a way across? No, not really. This building is closed. Renovations. I guess I could go up here, and that gets me to that one.
Do you think if people complain enough, they'll nerf the amount of Mega Crystals you have to break?
Not... Like, are you meaning to unlock all of the
stuff?
The stuff? Because you already don't... So people have noticed, have you broken a Mega Crystal recently?
Let me do it right now.
Occasionally, if you break certain groupings of mega crystals, instead of the correct number of mega crystal drops, you get like
I got
30 drops.
3 that time.
Yeah.
I got 1 that time.
Well, you need to make sure you gotta collect the screws. Because the screws, you can trade them in for...
The boosts.
Yeah. So none of those are shiny. Tragic. I kind of want one, eventually. How the fuck do you get to this roof? So I'm thinking... Okay, so if you're on that roof, you can probably glide across. But how do you get to that roof? Is that the...
How do you change a Pokemon's name?
You go into the menu, you highlight the Pokemon. You maybe can change the name there.
You have to go in. Is Salad 1L or 2?
1L. That isn't it, but you know, at least on at this spot, you know, like. Is there just a ladder I forgot about that gets you on this building? Like. You know, well, yeah, there is just a ladder that gets you on the building that you have to go inside for. Great. Skarmory is it's one of the new megas that I don't already have shiny, so I need to either get it here or in Scarlet Violet. And I'm trying to get it here, but I found apparently the best solution to getting that is to wait until you get a specific roll of the battle zones, because there's only the one Skarmory spawn, really. So you can also get these. So in theory, the like optimal shiny hunt for the most things at the same time that I know of is these guys, the Swirlixes and Phalanx plus Froakie. Which is great because like Froakie is a starter and Phalanx is great, and if you don't like him, you're wrong.
Old but fair.
So if you see Area 17 has the Skarmory in it, right? But if you travel to Area 17, you ain't near that fucking Skarmory. That's the current problem. And additionally, if it's during the day, you enter the murder dimension.
I'm currently in the poor and dripless dimension.
I'm loaded in dripless.
Well, then you're choosing to be dripless.
Well, yeah. I try to make my own negative drip. 0% drip, 100%.
In the game where they're like, we heard you, we cannot make you adults, but we can give you drip.
I still lay claim that these characters have to be like legally 18, or at least whatever the Pokemon age equivalent would be. Because we traveled to this city alone without any plans on what we were gonna do when we got there as a non-Pokemon haver. Like, we came here raw dogging the Pokemon world. Yeah, we happened to get one right as we got here, but like, you know, no one's gonna say that that's gonna happen all the time, you know? So, this one's interesting. Because, like, you know, there's a bunch of interesting shiny hunting that you can do based on, like, given that it's all fast travel points. Like, you know, this zone, when you travel here, puts you on this side of this thing. But, like, where does this zone put you? So we're, like, close on the other side. So there's, like, a spawn sort of, if we mark right there, I guess it would have to, that one has to not that helpful because it's got to be a Pokemon right inside, but at least there's interesting components to that. I think I'm gonna put together a team at this point. I'm putting together a squad, if you will. I think I don't know if I want Ampharos or if I want Glaceon. I think I want Glaceon, but you know, sort of there's the question of why not both, but like Fairy type, what's our fire answer? What's our steel answer? Search boxes for Eevee. What ground type do I want to bring? Is it just Excadrill?
So, who's the for certain?
Right now, I'm thinking about running Victory Bell because I know that the current meta has a lot of fairy types, is specifically one fairy type. Just a lot of them. And so that's good. And then I was thinking running Glaceon because you can run Glaceon with sort of like freeze dry to get all of the ice weak Pokemon and get rid of water. But I guess, you know, that's sort of overlaps. So maybe that's not as worth it.
I mean, don't you just take everything Mega you physically can?
Not really, because you can, like, interestingly enough, Stunfisk has... Maybe I bring the Stunfisk for Stunfisk meta. Just because ground is a good typing and he's real tiny, so people don't notice him.
Just pop off with an earthquake?
Yeah, maybe it is Excadrill. Maybe that is the... Maybe that's the answer. We do max special attack on the EV. We max attack. We max speed. We now could evolve it into any of the friendship evolutions, but I am going to give it an Ice Stone. This is because I already, like, to be clear, Glaceon, not my favorite shiny Eevee, but I do have the whole set in home right now. So this is my flex utility Pokemon. Is Earthquake better than Drillrun in this game? That's a question. I don't know what Earthquake's like. Hold out on that. An Iron Head as a backup. Is there anything Rock Slide gets you that Iron Head does? Like what's weak to Rock but not? I guess Bug? Bug's weak to Rock? I don't think anyone's running Bugs anyway. So.
Then you can be the one. Take the poison tank. Take the Mega Bug. The Millipede.
Do I not have the Shadow Ball TM? Also, change moves. Okay, Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry, Ice Beam. I have a feeling that I have a text message that I need to read. I need to grab my phone. Here is that evolved. Okay, it's how do you get there? Okay, it is outside, so that's good to know. They are after me. Those lions have a vendetta.
The explosions. They know that their hair becomes hideous. So why is it evil during the day? In that one area?
So those guys were asleep when I ran up at night. During the day, those guys are all awake and ready to. They start blasting you way earlier.
Huh. And that. Okay. Let me get this.
This first. You grab yourself a shadow ball.
Wait, why can I still see Mythin's things? I can see the chats from Mythin, but not the person I wanted to ban, or were they already banned by him?
I have to assume they've already been banned because I haven't seen anyone who needed banned. Glaceon moveset.
Oh, he did ban them. Okay. Ugh. Oh. I couldn't see their chat when I switched into stabby shield mode. It was weird. Why does it filter them when? Oh my gosh! It should show you when. Oh, so it just let you ban them in not stabby mode?
Yeah, you can if you /ban.
Oh, you just type it?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do some ranked. Current party. Oh well, I almost fucked up. You know, almost went in half-cocked, not using a Mega Stone.
For the love of the game, just love of the Excadrill.
Yeah, Excadrill's here to take him out. You know, they think he's gonna Mega Evolve, and that's when he hits them with not Mega Evolving. Give, and then what item does Glaceon get?
A Mega Stone.
What does the Quick Claw do? Fuck it. Never melt ice. We're becoming Gun Glaceon. that's the new meta, Gun Glaceon. And I guess we should check that. Well, I could end up. There's several. This Glaceon does need some help, but it is shiny, so it's good enough for me. So, what's our bet on how many matches it takes me to get to the rank needed for the Delphox site? last season it was 8 and they reduced the ranks by a lot. You can also click on the name to execute them. Order 66. Ampharos. Well, bud, what are you here for? There's a kill. Early. Okay, well, definitely gotta get rid of fucking Focus Blast. That's not my move right there. We just one shot. Oh well, there we go. We got one shot there. That's not great. We threw. Oh, apparently Psycho Cut is infinite range. That's great. Ooh, big KO there. We are all tied. I've never seen a match end like that. All of us getting 4 KOs. That's crazy. This is really the screenshot. Got 120 points. We made it to rank Y. We made it to rank X. Rank W. V. We got the Greninjite already. Because they moved it from the top reward of last season down to nothing this season. I wonder how that works, because all of the other Mega Stones you're not allowed to have 2 of. Will my bag now just have 2 Greninjites? Am I going to be able to have an entire squad of Mega Evolving Greninjas? Hey, bud. Oh, well, you know, I guess I do get one shot by Yveltal, so.
I was told that all of the game is
Hey, I gotta step aside for a bit.
I'm getting rocked. Have a good one. I only got 2 KOs before the Yveltal came back, and I don't know why they gave a fighting move to this dark flying bird. It doesn't, it doesn't really make sense to me. How did Freeze Dry miss? Freeze Dry is not as good as I thought it was. Thank you for lining up your weak. I really fed this Yveltal player. You know, I should run a Yveltal counter. But we also got second place with 5 KOs, so it's 90 points. So we're at T. I think as long as this battle doesn't go absolutely trash, I'm done at this point right here. It's victory bell time. I got flame. I got flame jammed on. I need a Metagross counter because
Got her faked out. I shouldn't have tunnel visioned as hard as I did. Yeah, my Metagross counter also being weak to Earthquake is not great. 'Cause Metagross uses Earthquake. Not bad. Could have been better for a last match, but you know, threw together a team right here. First, second. And we're at the Delphox site. That was can we get the counter on that? Was that that was 3 games? I don't know, man. I actually find the battle system to be a little bit fun, and you know, I did 8 games and thought it wasn't that bad, and now apparently you can just sort of freely get as many. Get I guess we need to see Delphox, right? Do I have to have a Delphox, right? Delphox. Grab ourselves Delphox. Go to the satchel. Name order. No, we only have the one Greninjite. That's not fair. I got 2. And before we do anything, I have enough Mega cards that I need to go turn them in. Otherwise, I will start losing value whenever I happen to obtain one. Yeah. But, you know, they're at least, like, the fear of, hey, they aren't gonna support it for a long time. Like, they were at least going through an amount of due diligence to sort of say, hey, we know people are afraid of these being, like, we got the Greninjite for rank Y, you know, on this season, and it was the rank H reward last season. So almost certainly one rank up next season will probably get us Delphox. So they're gonna regularly run these through. And yeah, it sucks a little bit to have to engage with an online system to get something in a mostly single player feeling game. But it is more multiplayer than like Legends Arceus was. If they had locked something to multiplayer in Legends Arceus, I'd have been like, why did you shoehorn them online into this that didn't need to be here? And like fresh copies of the game come with like a free trial of online. So, you know, if you're a kid on Christmas who gets this, you know, I don't know what the Christmas season's ranked rewards are going to be, but you'll have access to like 7 days of online or something, and can get some rewards that way. And this doesn't eliminate them also making them, like, they could make them a mystery gift later on that doesn't even require you to have the true paid online, because mystery gift is free. Also, you get to voice the complaint that online isn't free, but there is a long list of people who, if I hear that, I will legally be allowed to beat them with hammers, right? Because, one, Nintendo Switch Online is so cheap. Like, yes, it is a cost, but they haven't raised it in forever, and is it still $20 a year? People celebrate Dropout for keeping the subscription at $6 a month, you know, like, can we not cut Nintendo a little bit of slack on that? Like, Game Pass is more expensive per month than Nintendo Switch Online is for a whole year. And it's even better priced for the, you know, people on my family plan who, you know, I pay for, and they have never once sent me a dime. Yeah. You mean insane as in it's a good deal, or are you secretly found a way to math that into it being a bad deal? Yes, that is. Unless you need exactly one, you gotta get a family plan. And, you know, I like, our friend group is my family plan, basically. I am the sole arbiter of, and I even go further. I pay for the family plan that has the like bonus stuff, because especially after they added GameCube, like, I got to play Chibi Robo on it, and that sort of, you know, that replay was probably worth it. So rather than just resetting here for the shiny hunt, now that we've completed the goals I've set out, I'm going to show you all what I've been working on, which is one of, I have to assume, the most annoying shiny hunts. Because first thing you do is you sleep here, and then you look at these two guys, and then you go over here to area 19. And for the first third of the quarter of the day, you've got Drampa spawning, and then what you do is you kill this Kangaskhan, and then you catch this Kangaskhan. That's because that guy's a son of a bitch. Also, there's Alpha Eevee right there. That's pretty neat. and you just look at the green on that guy. And the second that's not green, you go, and you have so at the top left, that blue gauge is your time, and you just do this repeatedly until you hope to see any joy in the world. I've already gotten 2 furfurus out of this, which, you know, at some point, being the freak I am, I probably expect to have a full set, a full trim set of shiny furfurus, because I am an absolute demon, undeserving of rights or pity. But really what I'm after is Drampa, because Drampa is a new shiny and hasn't been obtainable in a long time, so I don't have him shiny. And my goal is to eventually make my way to having all of the shiny available megas. If there's a mega, I want it shiny. The hard part's gonna be Zygarde, I think. Because you would think, you know, there's a couple of them that are hard. Rayquaza I already have. I got it in Sword and Shield. I could get Zygarde in Sword and Shield, but he's a monster. Like, I probably will do it sometime. The other hard ones, Latios. That kind of eliminates the legendaries. And then we just sort of go into the Pokedex, right? Import from Go, import from Go, import from Go. Caught a Kakuna already. You know, we can go in here and like actually mark the ones that have 800 ways to have a shiny Mega Gyarados. You know, like this man is the, you know, free real estate of shiny Megas. We got Barbaracle. He is really easy in Ultra Wormholes, but I haven't brought those up. I need a Starmie. But I think I have a Staryu from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So that's probably going to be the one if I don't find one here. Floette, we just got this one, so we scratched that. Pyroar, have one from Scarlet Violet, I think. Have one in Pokemon Go. Clefable, I think I have one from Legends Arceus. Alakazam's from Legends Arceus. Gengar, Legends Arceus, or Let's Go, or Go. We got Scolipede, we got Victreebel. Medicham, Scarlet Violet, had one. Manectric, interestingly enough, I want a shiny hunt of Manectric in this game. Because I have an Electrike that is my first shiny Pokemon that I got in Alpha Sapphire. Like, the weird part is I've been a Pokemon player since I was 4 years old, and my first shiny Pokemon was in college. Like, that's the kind of, like, that's the kind of generational run of not having any fucking luck that I was on. Gardevoir, have a bunch of them. Gallade, we got a shiny here. Houndoom, I just hunted Houndoom in Scarlet and Violet right before the game came out. Altaria, have them from Scarlet Violet. Audino, I don't know if I have a Lopunny. I feel like I have to have a Lopunny somewhere. I feel like I caught one. Did I catch a shiny Baneri in Amsterdam? Do you recall that? Is that in your memory? Yep, I have a
a shiny Lopunny in Pokemon Go from the Netherlands. So I did in fact catch one there. So minimally could bring that one in, could hunt it here. Banette, good question. My brain feels like I should have a Shuppet from somewhere, or a Banette, but I don't. It's not scratching the brain chemicals of where it may live. Camerupt, Scarlet Violet, Excadrill, Scarlet and Violet. They released Drillbur right, like it was one of the last boosted outbreaks. Garchomp. I was never a big fan of Megas. I'm one of those. I've never noticed how fucking chiseled Garchomp's jawline was. They gave this Pokemon everything except a good ability to actually be used compared to its other form. I have a shiny Sableye. I want another one. He's one of my favorite Pokemon and always has been. Like, me and Sableye go way back. So I need, you know, I might shiny hunt one here just to do it, just to have fun. I got Mawile in this game. Mawile was, like, interestingly enough, one of the ones that, like, from the old set that I didn't have. Because it's like, Mawile and Sableye used to be inseparable, but, like, where the fuck's Mawile been for forever? They were, like, probably in Sword and Shield alongside Sableye. But Sableye's in Scarlet and Violet, and Mawile isn't. Absol, I have one somewhere. Lucario, we got him. Slowbro, we have. I have an entire shiny set of Slow. I am the man of eyes. I see all. I have a full shiny set of Slowpokes from Scarlet and Violet. I can detect them with 100% accuracy. I can tell you I've never missed a shiny Slowpoke. I have a Sword and Shield Sharpedo from my, like, I got one random encounter, the really aggressive ones on the Isle of Armor. We got Electros from here. Dragonite I have somewhere, but I've seen tales of what this guy looks like, and I need to see him in this game, so I'm hoping one shows up before too long. Venusaur, of course, can come from Go. We got Mega Blastoise in this game. There is part of me that's sad, and I really shouldn't care, because I already have, like, it ruins me eliminating, like, slowly I would like to get rid of my Go shinies as my Living Dex representatives. So the fact that I got a Squirtle and evolved him up to Blastoise because I wanted to do that, and then soon after I got a shiny Alpha Squirtle. So that one's probably also going to be fully evolved because shiny Alpha Blastoise is going to be sick as hell. Malamar I have in Scarlet Violet, but I also want to get here because I love this guy. He's fun. I got Dragalge. Also, I don't know how I don't have Malamar yet. With the amount of time I've spent in Area 20, where he is half of the spawns. Glalie is interesting, because I don't know if I have Glalie and Frostlass, or if I only have one of them. Definitely have 100 of him. Honestly, I don't know why, but it feels like it feels like Abomasnow and its line are the most common shiny Pokemon in existence. Other than, of course, Gyarados, who we all know as the $5 whore of shiny Pokemon. Got one of these in Scarlet Violet. Got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee one. Pinsir, Heracross, tons of places. Scarlet Violet, not Scarlet Violet, Legends Arceus, tons. Would love to get one here just because I don't know. Is his name supposed to be Bois?
Boys, Bois. I'm gonna call him Boys because that's what he's such a key part of the Legends ZA lore now that like getting a shiny from here feels like it's spiritually required. Hawlucha I have, but if he wasn't a nightmare to hunt here, I would grab another one. He is one of my favorite Pokemon just because I'm a huge fan of the 500 base stat total fighting flying birds who can occasionally punch ghosts. It's my favorite archetype. I like how vastly different Hawlucha and Flamigo are, like spiritually, their vibes are different, but at their core, they just punch and they are bird. I got a Scraggy in Scarlet Violet, but I would like to get one here. Chandelure, beautiful. Fantastic Pokemon. Can never have too many. Aerodactyl I think is going to come from Go, otherwise I might do a fossil reset hunt here, but I don't know if Aerodactyl is going to be the target or not. Steelix probably have from Arceus. I'd like to get an Aggron here, but I know I have Irons from somewhere. Tyranitar. I have Greninja from who's here. Skarmory is the only other one that I'm like sure that I don't have. Then Chingling or Chimecho, now that they've announced Chimecho, they're like my brain doesn't tell me that I have a Chimecho on hand. I definitely have the Croissant. Also, I didn't notice that he's like pulling up his suspenders. Why did they turn his, like we've all talked about how he's a croissant, but like why'd they turn him into a sled? We have Kangaskhan. I need Dramp. We're here for Drampa. I definitely have Metagross. I don't have Zygarde. I don't have Diancie. And then that's all. That's all, folks. The wonderful world of every shiny that I do or don't have. I agree. Squirtle Community Day is always hilarious. Every time that it's run. So that one specifically. Oh yeah. I find that Pokemon has a comedic timing to it that is always like the most accurate. It's like I feel like whenever it is the funniest for a Drampa to show up is when this Drampa will show up. And that's hard because I'm not even going to stream most of this hunt probably. I've been doing this on and off for probably the last week or two. Like, Drampa's been my target. Like, I've gotten a lot of other stuff, like, because of the madness that comes from come here, teleport, run in, you know, and you can only do it until that gauge is, like we've already burned through probably a good 60% of the Drampa time today. And then we have to bench twice just to get resets. Like, I've been trying to get some, you know, shiny starters in Area 20, just so that I don't have to bring in only ones from Go for everything. And I guess technically, you know, I do have all shiny, all starters unlocked in Scarlet Violet, so I could do that instead. Also, what's with Pokemon and releasing things in the middle of the week? Like, I get it's a game for children, but children have school. It's not like, you know, it's not like it's only affecting us people with jobs, but like this game released on a Thursday, the DLC's on a Wednesday. The fuck's that about, you know? I should become a shiny hunt streamer though, and do layouts and like show the target, show what I last caught, how many resets, how many, you know, all of that. Just because I already do enough shiny hunting regularly. Maybe that's a Gen 10 thing, you know, maybe Gen 10 me is a full shiny hunt streamer. Cut reaction videos, make them into TikToks, you know. Assuming by Gen 10, you know, by next year we're not moved on to the next thing, you know. Apparently my family has bought a large... Oh, well, fuck. We're out of Dramp time. And then when you're out of Dramp time, you just run around here and you check all of the spawns. I don't know if there's a... Like, the one downside to endless resets is that I don't know what else is in range. Like, I assume this stuff isn't in range. This is the bees and the bees, the bugs, and the ghosts. I guess maybe that area doesn't have any. A couple of, you know, just to take people around to where I've been known to chill and hang out in the shiny hunting world. Hitting Area 5 to do this, because, you know, if you're looking for, I was looking for Barbaracle here, who only spawns at night on this flipped side in place of the Medichams. But you get the Froakie, you get the Flaffies. It's just a good time. Like, I wish the Mega Ampharos wasn't here because we already had him. But it saves you from the flip side where you're getting Froakie and the Phalanxes on there. Which, don't get me wrong, love me a Phalanx. They're great. And especially now that I know that there's the spawns there and there. I guess technically these birds are also in range, probably. There's sort of two options of Area 20. If you're leaning grass, water, you hit Area 20 itself. If you're leaning fire, you go here, because this starts you in the biome. You still get a little bit of the water people, but none of the land spawns of water people. You can look at those two. It's a pretty good hunt overall. I personally don't do any of the AFK methods. I find them to bore me. I've already at the state I'm at, like, as a way to get into shiny hunting, I find it to be completely fine. Like, any of the things that make it easier for you to get into it as a concept, I think once you start getting them, you'll be more likely to branch out into other methods and sort of catch the bug, if you will. But with me, I've already gotten some amount of triple-digit shinies, so like, some people would be at my point and be like, well, I only do full odds, long time hunts in Pokemon before the tone down to, you know, the tone down to the odds, just because it's the only way I feel something anymore. And no disrespect to those people. Many of my favorite shiny hunters online are full odds hunters. You know, I'm a shiny charm guy through and through. I'm a method guy. I think at some point I will likely go through a full odds hunt in the original odds just to say I did it. But I'm here for the big list of guys that I have. Fun little dude. The one downside with this area is for some reason they've decided this area spawns like 4 dudes total. And there's methods to increase that. I haven't figured out the spawn 6 alphas in the middle technique. I haven't watched that video yet. At least with a eye more than knowing it happens. Charmander, why you gotta spot me? I enjoy that Klefki spawns in the middle here. Like, it feels... like, I get that's a fully evolved Pokemon, but it feels the most out of place. Like, this place spawns Dragonite and a set of keys. You can get Electros, or... you know, just the key to my house. The key to the city, even. Dedenne as well. It's just like, you're not supposed to be. Like, I get the... this is basically the pool of nearly every fully evolved Pokemon. I find it funny that it's not... It doesn't spawn Umbreon and Espeon, I think. But I think it might spawn Sylveon. So you can't even get to the, like, friendship isn't involved. But I guess maybe the argument is that naturally via friendship, all of them should become Sylveon because it naturally learns a fairy move. But also, where are all the stone ones coming from? Is Sylveon just the survivors who didn't end up stepping on a weird rock at some point in their life? How common are the elemental stones? I got the feeling that they actually, you know, were a rare thing that appeared. You know, you had to probably mine it out of the ground, but maybe they're just, you know, you touch a pebble wrong and now you're a different Pokemon. Had too much leaf stone energy in there. It's, you know, it's over for you. Your dreams of being a Sylveon gone in an instant. Or your dreams of being any of the other Eevees. You're like, I was gonna find a Firestone specifically. Now I'm weak to fire. Name a worse curse to be placed upon a being than to have their dreams and reach exactly for the opposite. Oh my gosh, we got Charmander! Woo! I love that. I love that. Get in the quick ball, my son. And before anyone's like, hey, you didn't color match that, there's yellow on the quick ball. It's also my favorite Pokeball. Like, just I like blue and I like yellow. Like, you know, I could go color matching. I could take out a paint palette, you know, figure out what exact color codes best match the Pokemon every time. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, well, we should probably not just leave Delphox alone. Let's put there. First things first. I was gonna show this off. Oh, that is cool. They be gliding. Just a terrible moveset, but that ain't their fault. That's my fault. And now we gotta get, like, as much as I love this little yellow lizard boy, Charmelon, Charizard. And then we go into the Pokedex and we get to see I find it so interesting that kind of both shiny, like, Mega Charizards are, I feel kind of a downgrade to how cool they made Charizard. Like this one has merit. And, you know, already was Charizard's shiny color scheme. So had to do something. But this one, like, was Charizard and then kind of half-assed the transformation, you know, and became Aerodactyl. Like, why you stealing Aerodactyl's drip? What's that about, Charizard? Couldn't leave anything for the other Gen 1 cool flying types. Do I not have Bulbasaur? Do I just have one? Did I just grab one Venusaur and that's it? Yeah, seems that way. It's interesting to me that I've not, like, I feel like the starters are kind of equally rare compared to each other. And I've hit 3 Kanto starters without any of the shinies of the starters of this game. Oh, that's not true. I got Chikorita. I've been lying. You know, all I do is tell lies. Definitely not that I forgot I got a Chikorita. Deciding to use this spot shiny hunt like a Floette kind of would be crazy. What am I supposed to do about that? Remember what I said about comedic timing? Like, I just got the Charizard. That Pokemon wasn't there, right? Which means I think that wasn't saved. So I don't think it should reappear. I actually just lost a shiny for the first time in the game. Yeah. Tragic. That bench is cursed. That bench is aim training. I find it so interesting that it didn't save after the bench. Like, it saves when you fast travel. Walk in here. You sort of walk in, you get rid of the Kangas. This Kangaskhan is the bane of existence here. And technically you can run on the outside and dodge that entirely. But I prefer to walk in a little bit because then you're more likely to actually see stuff. It feels more real. It probably does slow down a little bit compared to like go this way. But the issue is I can't see what Drampa got. Because if I go here, Drampa clearly visible. Let's get one more shiny, guys. One for the road. One for the end of the stream. Come on. I know it's been only like 30 minutes of hunting, but you know. One for the road. Preferably not another Eevee, because I know a lot of people are probably hunting for Eevee here, and I don't want to take the Eevee luck out of the universe. I just want Drampa. Those most needing of Eevees can have the Eevee luck, as long as they give me their Drampa luck. If you're wanting both Eevee and Drampa, then you are greed. You are greed incarnate. How long only for the subtle sparkle of a Drampa? I do not wish for another Aldino. I have 2 of them. I wish not for Kangaskhan. I have 2 alphas. The odds of that, frankly, absurd. Did I get? Oh fuck! I got spotted by the alpha Eevee. I guess the best chance here is to run out because it's bad RNG because that cuts a lot of time off the clock. You're wanting to basically as soon as green enters your eyeball, you know you're good to reset. But like alphas here have better range. You see green, you go back. Please, the Drampas. It feels like the loading screen is staying up for a little bit longer. Like, they're almost readable at this point. I wonder if they've purposefully increased load times on the Switch too. That would be like a wonderful conspiracy to have. Just like that they actually purposefully downgraded performance.
But Apple does it to sell you a new thing, and I would be pitching that they would do it just so that you could read the like hints that they put on the loading screen. Well, it's also only a problem on Switch 2. I'm pretty sure, I have to assume the loading times are worse enough on Switch 1 that you can actually have a little bit of time to read that. Well, it's like, you know, you can easily kill every time by sitting. Some items are particularly effectively held by a Pokemon. Like, you know, like... I'm not a super slow reader, I feel, and it's not exactly... Your Mega Ring has embedded Keystone. You know, like... We're hitting a pretty regular Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon's moves are extremely powerful. Like, we're hitting a very regular one sentence of a multi-sentence system. Trainer takes me to his battle day. Some items are particularly held by Pokemon. So, like, I guess if you can memorize enough of the possibilities, you could get the second sentence out of that. That one was probably readable, but who knows? It says something about super effective. I know that much. Choose the best. Yeah, choose the best. You know, like that's some items have effects when given to a Pokemon. Choose the best one. Riveting hint-based gameplay. Have you heard that Sony has reached the spot where they claim to have sold every PS2 they've ever produced? So, at this point, should Switch survive for, let's say, you know, 2 more years on the market, we could hit the time where either Switch is the #1 console or Sony starts reselling the PS2. Which I think technically speaking, even if you recreated the PS2, like, I have to assume it'd be very hard to recapture the exact specifications. So would it count, you know? Does it count as a PlayStation 2? If you wait 15 years since you last produced a PS2 and start up the factories again, is it the same PS2? Or is it a new console that also happens to be called the PS2? Also, that would, like, the weirder part wouldn't be them reselling the PS2, it's the amount of support they would need to give in order for it to reasonably sell. Like, one, they would have to price it at, like, if I go to eBay right now and I look up PS2 price. And I go to shopping on Google, actually. I could probably get one for between $50 and $100. right? So they haven't hit those margins. Plus, they have to sell games, right? Like, I don't think there's anyone out here who's like, I'm gonna buy the new release of the PS2, but it ain't got no and if they don't have games, then how is Sony gonna survive that? Because that's what they've said about the last 3 consoles Sony's made. You know, and they're gonna retroactively make it correct for 4 of them. The PS1's gonna be the only Sony console that had fucking games on it? That's crazy. But I'd argue that like we could be pretty reasonably certain that like at this moment it's pretty clear that the Switch is going to sell the extra couple 100,000 units in order to overtake the Nintendo DS family of systems for second place. I think they easily sell another 2 million, which easily puts them over the number of PS2s they said had sold at the end, after the end of the life of production of PS2s. So, you know, unless they can prove to me where those 5 million sales after that point came from, I think I, in my mind, give it to Nintendo. Or even let them have it, because like Nintendo has like 3 of the top 4. Is it 4 of the top 5? Like, because you got the Game Boy, you got the DS, you got the Switch, then you probably hit the Wii, right? And then you're probably hitting something like a PS3. Like, I know Xbox has Xbox 360 in the top 10. And probably a solid 3 PlayStations exist in the top 10. Like, is it because the Nintendo Entertainment System's probably up there, and maybe the SNES. So the question is, like, does Nintendo have 6 or 7 of the top 10? Like, the PS2's up there, but, you know, I guess the PS3 ended up doing well in its generation, so that one's probably up there. But did the PS4 do well relative to like the Nintendo Entertainment System? Like, top 10 consoles, list of best-selling consoles. In the top 10, we got the PS2, which is full of lies. I got the Nintendo DS, Nintendo Switch, Game Boy Color, PlayStation 4, PlayStation, Wii, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Game Boy Advanced. PS5, PSP, 3DS, Nintendo Entertainment System, Xbox One, Super Famicom. So, like, Sony's gotten 5 base hits. Nintendo's gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if you count going down to the 64, which, you know, is you know, if we're only going, I guess if we only go things above 50 million, and we'll round the Super Famicom just to be, you know, if Sony can pull out a 10 million PS2s, we can round the Super Famicom from 49.1 to 50. Xbox has had 2 consoles that do well. And then Nintendo and Sony are the real contenders. And I could see, you know, I could see back-to-back base hits here from Nintendo. Like, one, we're looking at them selling probably 20 million units year one. You know, like if they keep pace, they've sold about 10 in 4 months. So, you know, upper bound that if they keep perfect pace, that's 30 million. Lower bound that to if they only keep half pace, that's 20. You know, so seems a reasonable estimation. And then, you know, I'd argue that's with a semi-weak, like, true, like, I would actually go above semi. I think it is a weak first-party release year. Because we're in the early stages of game key cards and people are having extreme pushback on it. Like, and for good reason. I'm never buying the. Like, I bought one game key card just to have one in the collection, just to, you know, remember the bad times. But I will never buy another one, almost certainly. And instead we'll use that time and money to support buying more Switch 1 games. And continue to expand that collection. But maybe that turns around hopefully in year 2 and 3 and we get no more actual good releases. And, you know, we're in that phase where they're still supporting the Switch 1, right? Like this is a Switch 1 game with a Switch 2 edition. Right here. So the next Pokemon game that is purely for Switch 2 will push people to the console that have not yet been pushed to the console. Right? Like, we've had Donkey Kong, which, great game. I don't think it's the best system seller. Like, I bought it, but I was already in. You know, like, it's hard for me to say if people are like, fuck yeah, Donkey Kong. Mario Kart, which people have turned on Mario Kart, and I don't know. It's hard for me to say what's going to happen with that in the generation, you know? Like, we're comparing it against 8, which has the unfair advantage of being 2 entire console generations worth of Mario Kart. Like, it was the Wii U's Mario Kart, and then we're like, well, we're gonna make it again for the Switch because no one bought a Wii U. So please experience this Mario Kart. We even upgraded it so that it has these different changes and these extra maps. And then we came back around and gave it a booster course with 64 more maps, making it the largest Mario Kart game of all time. So, like, if this one gets supported like that, I don't think that 4 or 5 years from now people are going to care more about, like, the updates that made, you know, things less fun. They're going to be like, well, it does have, you know, 100 maps on it, so it's pretty fun, pretty good Mario Kart time. But again, not a system seller. Like, I don't think you can, like, I think the Switch being ubiquitous was a Mario Kart seller instead of Mario Kart being the Switch's reason for success. Because if you're going to argue that Mario Kart was the reason for the Switch's success, why didn't it save the Wii U? You know, what about that happened there that allowed it to, you know, work on a second try?
We got Metroid Prime coming up. We got Kirby Air Riders coming up. Air Riders, again, it depends. I think that one might benefit from being different enough that people are like, ah, this is the true Switch 2 racing game. I love Kirby Air Riders, and that might boost Kirby Air Ride as a franchise, a sub franchise, I guess. And maybe this is the first time that Metroid fully gets it. You know, like the Metroid fully comes around to being like a top tier contender. Because like we all know Metroid exists, but if you look at the sales numbers, it's kind of a Fire Emblem. Like it's not a, like it's one of those franchises we're all aware of, and then somehow it always underperforms compared to the other major franchises, which is weird because it feels like it should work. Like what's sold more total units? This is an honest question. Like the best-selling Pikmin game or the best-selling Metroid game? Let's do the math on this. Pikmin franchise sales. Best-selling Pikmin game seems to have been Pikmin 4 with nearly 3.5. Metroid sales. In single unit sales. In single unit sales, it seems to be Pikmin 4. Like that's a weird thing to think about, but you know, my brain goes to Metroid before it goes to Pikmin as franchises I would think are like big Nintendo stuff. But it's not true. It's entirely false. And then, you know, we get to Fire Emblem franchise sales. You know, we can look at the Fire Emblem games. Fire Emblem was for a long time, you know, a million, some really bad games in there, just under 1 million. Then we hit the 3DS and we start hitting those 2 million numbers, right? And Three Houses hit 4 million, so that's big for them. Like big deal. I hope the next Fire Emblem is big. When are we getting that specifically? Like, have we gotten a vague window for that one? I forget if they gave us a vague window or if they were like, conceptually think about this release and it will come out at some point. We're gonna let time fall. We're gonna let time change. We're gonna bench. We're gonna go back to one more round of Dramp. And if Drampa doesn't shine, then that'll be it for stream today. And if Drampa does shine, that'll be it for stream today. It's sort of an illusion of free choice there, because it's not actually going to change anything. Just whether or not I end stream happy or not. Joyous, overjoyed, filled with endless optimism. That is a non-shiny Bulbasaur. You wait till the morning. You check both of those alphas. You go over here. And you catch the Kangaskhan. That's the meta. I thought that was possibly shiny, and that would have. Oh, there's rainbow. May the rainbow bring us luck. The rainbow is gone. The rainbow but gave us one cycle of luck before being disintegrated by teleportation. Every time you fast travel, you're actually going to an alternate reality. That's what the DLC is about. You have to condense all of the shiny hunters' mistakes so that they do not spiral out of control and kill us all. Quick, somebody bully me in chat so that Drampa comes and burns down your home, and then it's shiny. Hopefully it's a shiny Drampa. I guess it really doesn't help the shininess with the Drampa, but it's just a concept. It might work. I'll give it 5 more reasons, because I've been called to help with something, so I might as well wrap it up. We've completed all of the main goals of today, and we got Shiny Charmander out of it. And we saw that shiny Fletchling that flew off into disintegration. It's a shame what happened to it. We'll give it one more after this. Well, bad luck on the Drampas, but thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.